Imagine being so fearless that you'd pick a fight with one of the deadliest snakes on Earth, and being so fast that you could dodge its strikes with ease. That's exactly what the mongoose does, a small carnivore that regularly takes on cobras, black mambas, and other venomous snakes that most animals wouldn't dare approach. In the 1800s, British colonists in India marveled at the mongoose, a small but fearless creature capable of clearing entire areas of venomous snakes. These relentless hunters were so effective that sugarcane plantation owners began keeping them as natural pest controllers. But what truly set the mongoose apart wasn't just its knack for killing snakes, it was how it did it. Contrary to popular belief, the mongoose isn't entirely immune to snake venom. Its real advantage lies in a mix of lightning-fast reflexes, extraordinary agility, and a specialized fighting style honed over millions of years. When a mongoose faces off with a cobra, it's not just a fight, it's a calculated and deadly dance few creatures could survive. This exceptional ability didn't go unnoticed. As colonial powers expanded into tropical regions in the 19th and early 20th centuries, they encountered a serious problem. Venomous snakes were killing thousands annually. The solution seemed obvious. Why not deploy nature's perfect snake killer? What followed was a lesson in the delicate balance of ecosystems. The story of the mongoose became one of the most fascinating and cautionary tales in the history of biological control. The first major attempt to use mongoose as a biological weapon against snakes happened in Jamaica during the 1870s. Frustrated with venomous snakes endangering workers, sugar plantation owners imported Indian mongoose. The plan worked, perhaps too well. The mongoose didn't just hunt the deadly snakes, they decimated almost every snake on the island. But the unintended consequences soon surfaced. With fewer snakes around, mongoose turned their attention to birds, lizards, and other native species, drastically disrupting Jamaica's ecosystem. The mongoose had become a problem in its own right. Despite this, word of their success spread. In 1883, Hawaiian sugar plantation owners imported 72 mongoose from Jamaica to combat rats in their cane fields. But there was a crucial oversight. Rats are nocturnal, while mongoose hunt during the day. Instead of hunting rats, the mongoose preyed on Hawaii's native birds, many of which nested on the ground. Some bird species went extinct before anyone realized the gravity of the mistake. Undeterred, other tropical regions followed suit. Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, Fiji, all tried their luck with mongoose introductions. Time and again, the pattern repeated, an initial victory, followed by ecological chaos. So, what makes the mongoose such an unparalleled snake killer? The answer lies in its biology and tactics. For starters, the mongoose has reaction times that defy belief, responding to a cobra's strike in just 6/100ths of a second. That's twice as fast as the blink of an eye. Speed alone, however, isn't enough. Mongoose have evolved unique acetylcholine receptors, making them naturally resistant to snake venom. While not entirely immune, they can survive doses that would kill most creatures their size. It's as if they wear biological armor against a snake's most lethal weapon. Their fighting style is equally fascinating. A mongoose deliberately provokes a snake into striking, dodging at the last possible moment. Each missed strike drains the snake's energy. Then, with pinpoint accuracy, the mongoose seizes the snake's head mid-strike, often using the cobra's momentum against it. Researchers have uncovered even more incredible traits. Young mongoose practice hunting techniques with siblings, while adults teach their offspring strategies for specific prey. They've been observed adapting their tactics depending on the snake species they face. But their most remarkable weapon is their spatial memory. A mongoose can track a snake's movements in 3 dimensions, predicting its next strike with uncanny precision. It's a level of awareness often compared to a martial artist's ability to anticipate an opponent's move. In 1921, one event in India astounded British naturalists. A single mongoose eradicated an entire village's king cobra infestation in less than a week. Villagers, plagued by unusually high cobra sightings, released the mongoose, expecting it to eliminate 1 or 2 snakes. Instead, it systematically hunted and killed 17 king cobras. The mongoose's most iconic battles are with black mambas, Africa's deadliest snakes. Unlike cobras that rise to fight, black mambas strike from any position at blistering speeds. But the mongoose counters with a unique tactic. It aims for the snake's spine about 6 inches behind the head, delivering a precise, crushing bite that paralyzes its adversary instantly. In Trinidad, researchers uncovered a mind-blowing case of tactical hunting by mongoose. A group of these little warriors teamed up to take on a bushmaster snake, one of the largest and most dangerous pit vipers in the world. They didn't attack all at once, but took turns harassing the snake, exhausting it until it was too tired to strike effectively. This level of coordinated hunting was a groundbreaking discovery, revealing a side of mongoose behavior we'd never seen before. Interestingly, not every mongoose snake encounter ends in a showdown. Scientists have observed moments where a mongoose and a cobra recognize each other's lethal potential and simply walk away. It's like two seasoned fighters acknowledging that the risk isn't worth the fight. A silent truce between predators. Even the military has taken note of the mongoose's unique combat techniques. Their ability to dodge and counterattack has inspired training methods for close combat specialists. Some martial arts schools in India have even incorporated mongoose-inspired movements into their training, blending nature's tactics into human skill. Today, mongoose are still used for snake control, but in much more calculated ways. For instance, some hospitals in India keep mongoose on their grounds to protect patients from cobras. Unlike the large-scale introductions of the past, these mongoose are carefully monitored. They've become so effective that signs warning about snakes have been replaced by signs cautioning visitors about the protective mongoose on duty. Fiji's experience with mongoose paints a picture of balance. After their introduction wreaked havoc on native species, authorities developed a nuanced approach. Certain areas maintain mongoose populations to protect people from venomous snakes, while other regions are kept mongoose-free to safeguard local wildlife. In parts of Africa, communities have embraced mongoose patrols. These are designated areas where mongoose are allowed to establish territories near villages. Not only do they act as natural snake deterrents, but they've also become local attractions. Tourists flock to see these fearless hunters in action, turning pest control into an eco-tourism draw. Japan tried something similar in the early 1900s, introducing mongoose to Okinawa to combat the venomous habu snake. But there was a significant oversight. The mongoose showed more interest in hunting the island's endangered rabbit population than the snakes. By 2022, the Japanese government had spent millions trying to undo the damage caused by the intentional introduction of mongoose. The Caribbean, on the other hand, has managed to strike a delicate balance. On sugarcane plantations, carefully controlled mongoose populations keep venomous snakes away from workers. Meanwhile, strict measures are in place to prevent mongoose from spreading into ecologically sensitive areas. But the mongoose isn't just a snake killer. Recent research has revealed even more surprising abilities. For instance, mongoose can identify snake species purely by scent. They approach non-venomous snakes with far less caution, showcasing their remarkable ability to assess threats in real time. In 2019, another incredible discovery was made. Mongoose possess specialized pain receptors, enabling them to tolerate levels of pain that would incapacitate most other mammals. This adaptation isn't just useful against snakes, it allows them to handle prey like scorpions and centipedes, creatures other predators avoid entirely. The mongoose is far more than just nature's snake slayer. It's a master tactician, a fearless hunter, and a testament to evolution's incredible ingenuity. But perhaps the most intriguing revelation about the mongoose lies in their social behavior. These incredible hunters don't just fight snakes, they teach the next generation how to do it. Adult mongoose conduct carefully structured lessons, presenting juveniles with harmless snakes to start. Over time, the challenges escalate, eventually introducing venomous species. It's like an apprenticeship in survival. Their intelligence doesn't stop at snake combat. In areas where mongoose have been introduced, they've adapted to human infrastructure to their advantage. Researchers have observed them navigating drainage systems to move safely between territories. Even more astonishing, some mongoose have learned to recognize the sound of agricultural machinery, following it to catch prey stirred up by the commotion. Different populations of mongoose have also developed unique hunting techniques tailored to their environments. Caribbean mongoose, for example, have refined methods distinct from their Asian counterparts, adapting their strategies for the snake species they encounter. It's like witnessing regional schools of martial arts, each honing its style to fit the battlefield. In 2020, wildlife cameras in India captured a jaw-dropping moment. A mongoose fighting a king cobra used fallen branches as tools. It pushed the branches into the snake's strike path, creating decoys and buying itself precious seconds to attack. This marked the first documented case of a mongoose using objects as weapons, a testament to their problem-solving brilliance. Even more remarkable, in Sri Lanka, mongoose were observed conducting what appeared to be training sessions. Adults used dead snakes, posed in striking positions, to teach juveniles attack strategies, almost like martial arts coaches running drills with their students. Studies of mongoose brains have revealed astonishing insights. When facing a snake, their neural activity mirrors that of human martial artists during combat. They aren't just reacting, they're strategizing, predicting their opponent's moves several steps ahead, and adapting in real time. In Africa, researchers discovered an incredible example of cross-species teamwork. Mongoose were seen working alongside hornbill birds to hunt snakes. The hornbills acted as spotters, signaling the snakes' locations from above. In return, the mongoose drove smaller prey toward the birds during their hunts, a natural partnership that exemplifies the ingenuity of these animals. Further research uncovered even more about their communication skills. Mongoose have developed distinct vocal signals for different types of snakes. Each call conveys specific information, including the snake's size, species, and level of threat. It's like a coded language designed for survival. Their memory is another area where mongoose excel. In 2018, a researcher documented a mongoose encountering the same black mamba 3 times over 6 months. Each time the mongoose employed different tactics, adjusting its strategy based on previous encounters. It was as if the mongoose was learning and evolving with every fight. These aren't just instincts at work. Mongoose demonstrate a level of intelligence that continues to surprise scientists. They remember the layout of their territories in extraordinary detail, tracking the locations of every snake den they've discovered. They even revisit these spots regularly, checking for new arrivals. But one of the most fascinating abilities mongoose possess is identifying snakes without ever seeing them. By detecting subtle chemical differences in snake trails, they can distinguish between a cobra and a viper. This allows them to assess the level of danger long before they ever see their opponent. Urban mongoose have taken this adaptability even further. They've been observed identifying venomous snakes not native to their original habitats, applying their evolved hunting knowledge to unfamiliar threats. This adaptability extends to their diet as well. In areas where venomous snakes are scarce, mongoose have shifted to hunting other dangerous prey like scorpions and centipedes. Yet they preserved their snake hunting skills, passing them down through generations, even when snakes are rarely encountered. And the mongoose's biological adaptations are just as extraordinary as their behavior. Their eyes contain specialized cells that let them perceive movements in slow motion. When a snake strikes, the mongoose's visual processing speeds up, making the attack appear slower, like having a built-in high-speed camera. But it's not just their eyes. Their entire nervous system is optimized for combat. A mongoose processes information and reacts in half the time it takes a cat. And cats are already famous for their lightning-fast reflexes. It's as if they operate on a different time scale, perfectly calibrated to outmatch their deadly opponents. Imagine this: a mongoose staring down a deadly snake. It's not just a battle of speed or strength, it's a battle of wits. Scientists have discovered that mongoose aren't just reacting to attacks, they're anticipating them. Brain scans show patterns associated with predicting future events, meaning these animals strategize before the fight ever begins. But the real surprise? Young mongoose don't just learn from their parents, they learn from the entire community. Different adults specialize in hunting various snake species, and juveniles rotate between these mentors to pick up a range of techniques. Here's where it gets even more fascinating. Mongoose have developed regional fighting styles. In different areas, groups adapt their combat techniques to deal with local snake species. It's like they've created their own martial arts schools, tailored to the challenges they face. And if that's not impressive enough, in 2022, researchers made a groundbreaking discovery. Mongoose can learn from watching videos. Yeah, you heard that right. Mongoose watched videos of other mongoose fighting snakes, studied the tactics, and applied them in real life. Even more astonishing, they didn't just copy, they innovated, refining the techniques they observed and adding their own twists. In the wild, this learning is put to the test in what researchers call test battles. When encountering an unfamiliar snake species, Mongoose will engage briefly, probing the snake's defenses before retreating to strategize. They're not just reacting, they're gathering intelligence and refining their approach. This intelligence extends to their decision-making. Mongoose don't blindly attack every snake they see. They evaluate the situation, assessing the snake's size, species, and behavior, as well as their own energy levels. They've even been observed walking away from fights they didn't think they could win. And this wisdom isn't kept to themselves. Adults teach their young how to assess threats. They expose juveniles to different types of snakes from safe distances, building what can only be described as a living library of survival knowledge. But the discoveries don't stop there. In late 2023, researchers found that some mongoose can distinguish between snakes based on thermal signatures. They can detect the heat patterns of different species, even through dense vegetation, a skill that's almost beyond belief. Their impact on snakes is profound. In areas with high mongoose populations, snakes are evolving new defensive strategies. Some cobras have shifted to hunting at night, while others have altered their striking patterns. It's an evolutionary arms race unfolding in real time. And let's not forget their venom resistance. Mongoose blood contains compounds that neutralize venom, breaking it down into harmless proteins. This discovery could revolutionize treatments for snake bites, potentially saving thousands of lives. But their story is about more than just venom resistance or physical prowess. It's about intelligence, adaptability, and community. Mongoose show us that survival isn't just about being the strongest, it's about being the smartest. From lightning-fast reflexes to innovative hunting strategies, mongoose have earned their place as nature's ultimate snake killers. So the next time you hear about a mongoose taking on a cobra, remember, you're not just watching a fight. You're witnessing millions of years of evolution, a legacy of learned behavior, and one of nature's greatest success stories. We'll see you in the next one.